Hello and welcome to a review of a toy, of a remote control car that I bought recently. Now this thing right in front of me has been quite the trend a few years ago. I mean a few years already, but I've only bought it recently. And before I go on with the review, I'd like to remind the viewers that I am not a professional RC car person. Okay, I'm just a person who loves cars, and this particular product of this company was something that really caught my attention because of the design. So this is not a full professional RC car review because I'm not really into RC cars, but just a general overview of a good product that any car enthusiast can buy and enjoy. So let's get started. Now, what I have in front of me is the box. Okay, so the brand is called the WPL D12 K-Truck Remote Control Classic Model. So that's what the brand is, and it's based, as you can see here, it's based on the Suzuki Carry. Now, the brand itself, well, let's start with the brand itself. Now, WPL is a remote control brand from China, I believe, and they have a lot of other products ranging from different types of remote control cars. Most of them, from the website, you can see that they make military Russian SUVs, some other Japanese pickups and SUVs. So that's what they do, and they've been doing this for quite a long time, I think. So they know what they're doing, and it's a pretty big community all over the world and here in Malaysia. So this is the product. This is the box. Okay, so this is the box that came with. So it says classic model because this is one of the very few, so to say, hyped up models of the WPL lineup because it is unique. This is the only thing that looks like this. It's a Suzuki Carry. So this is the box, what it looks like. Okay, they're really showing what it is. Okay, it's a K-Truck. Okay, let me focus here. Okay, all right. Okay, K-Truck, and then this is the back. Okay, and it shows you know what it is, what basic stuff. Okay, so this is the box. All right, so let's get onto the car itself. Now here it is. Okay, it's very big. Okay, this is 1/10 scale. This is a 1/10 scale Suzuki Carry. Okay, let me focus on it here, right? Because this is what it is. It's white. Okay, I bought it in white. Okay, there are a few colors, but I bought it in white. Now a bit about the Suzuki Carry. So it's been in production since 1961, and it's made an impact in some countries, especially Taiwan, China, where they have their own version of the Suzuki Carry, and India, which also has their own version. Indonesia also has a big market with Suzuki Carries, with the Suzuki Carry. In Malaysia, it's not as popular, it's not as hyped or as a big of an impact, not as much as the Nissan Venet or any of the other bigger vans, because this is a small truck in real life. This is a very small, it's a K-Truck in real life. So that's what it is. It is a Suzuki Carry. This particular one, the one that WPL made, is a Suzuki Carry from the 1980s. ST40, ST30, I believe, that's what the generation is called. And it is an exact copy of the real thing. It looks exactly like it from the side mirrors, the doors, the door handles, and even the front. Okay, this is what it looks exactly like. More on the design later. So this is what it is. This is what it is. It's very big. It's a 1/10 scale model of the Suzuki pickup. I mean pickup truck, or truck, whatever it's called. Okay, let's start off with the basic design of this thing. So it is a 1980 Suzuki truck, and it looks like it all around. Here it is, look, here and everything. This is the outside first. So it has a bed. We'll get onto the instructions later. So it has the wheels and everything. It has, you know, really good looking steelies here. 5 lug steelies, and, you know, has tires, has good tire treads. It has all of the details of the Suzuki Carry. Now, the Suzuki Carry itself wasn't a very, you know, heavily designed vehicle. It was a truck. It was a commercial vehicle. So it was made to be as cheap and as simple as possible. So this is what it looks like. Okay, let me put this camera down because this thing is quite big. It's bigger than my table. I mean, my table can handle. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now, obviously, the truck has no badging because it is not an official licensed product from Suzuki. So it's just, you know, there's no badging and everything. So it's just empty all around. But you can get stickers and stuff online, but again, more on that later, and I'll explain how that works later. So this is what it looks like. It's a very simple truck. It's a very nice design, and white. This, like I said, it came in different colors. So you can get a white one like this one, a silver one, a blue one, a lightish blue greenish looking thing, a yellow one, and I think there are a few more colors. So you can get them in different colors, but white is the color of this thing. Most of Suzuki carries were sold in white because white is a cheap color to make. So this is what it looks like. And speaking of cheap, the price of this. Now prices, they vary depending on who is selling them. So I got this for about 130-ish ringgit. And my particular one has the plastic drive shaft. I'll show that later. So my one has the plastic drive shaft. It's about 135, 140 including shipping. The ones with colors are a bit more expensive because they are not really readily available in Malaysia. This one was shipped in Malaysia. Some of these things are shipped directly from mainland China. So if you want a colored one, you can order that, but it's going to take longer. But if you were to get one, I think white is the best looking one. It looks exactly like, like the real thing. So this is what it looks like in general. It's very big, like I said, it's very big. And this is the control. The control is very small. You can see comparison between the control and this thing. It's huge. It's huge. Okay, let me compare it with some other stuff. All right, here we have some comparison. So this is a DeLorean time machine, and I'm not sure what scale it is. And here we have two very small Hot Wheel cars. One is a NASCAR, one is a bigger NASCAR. So you can see how big it is. Look, okay, this is here. Okay, look, I'm gonna put it here. Okay, this is the car, and this is the whole thing. So it scales, very nicely. This can be like a toy car for the toy car. So, everything, and it fits in the bed and everything. And the bed is quite large. It can fit, like I said, it can fit this DeLorean, it can fit even more stuff, and it can handle, according to some videos on the internet I found, it can handle quite a lot of weight with the stock Eternals. This thing is sold with the stock Eternals, which means it has, everything is plastic. This is plastic, the frame is plastic, the components are plastic, but it can handle a lot of weight. I saw a video where someone put two like batu bata legit atas benda ni, and it seemed to move. I mean, it almost bent everything, but it seemed to move. But you can see here, okay, I'm pressing it right here. Okay, there's not much clearance at the back because this wheel will rub against the flat bed. But in front here, if you can, let me turn this thing. Okay, the front suspension is very, very good. Okay, it's very tall. Okay, you can see I'm compressing it right now. Okay, it goes quite well in. Okay, you can see the suspension parts here. I'll show it later. So this is the suspension travel. It's quite good actually. It is quite good. In front, it is slightly raised like this because of how the rear suspension is made. So if you press it here, okay, let me focus. Alright, it goes quite well, in front, and it compresses quite nicely at the back. But again, not much travel at the back. I'll show you why it's like that. But it can handle a decent amount of weight with the stock Eternals, and you can upgrade this, like all RC cars, you can upgrade this to metal stuff and more powerful stuff and stuff like that. So this is what it looks like on the outside. Let's move on to the suspension part. Okay, I flipped this thing now. Okay, now you can see the full-on suspension. So you can see this is the on-off button. This is the whole cap area. So this is the suspension, okay? So it's got, I think, independent suspension. So it doesn't really have coil springs, but it has, lower control arms, upper control arms, and everything. You can adjust this. Apparently, you can adjust all of this if you want to, make it to whatever you want to. So this is where the motor is. So it looks like the real thing, like the real Suzuki. So this is where the motor is. This is supposed to be like the oil pan. This is the transmission, and this is the drive shaft. Okay, it's a plastic drive shaft. You can buy this with a metal drive shaft or a plastic drive shaft. Of course, prices are going to be slightly different. So here, moving on to the back, you can see here, this is the axle, plastic axle, again, plastic axle. And you can see it actually has real leaf springs. This is amazing. It has real leaf springs. These are real leaf suspension. And this is the reason why the back is a bit low. You can see that most leaf spring type suspensions, they have two types. One is over axle and one is under axle. So this particular one, this Suzuki, I'm not sure if this is actually based on the real thing, but this thing has under axle leaf spring suspension, meaning that the leaf springs are under the axle instead of over. It's supposed to be, most trucks are here, okay? The springs are sitting on top. So yeah, that's why it's a bit low, and it's very easy to actually change it. You can do it. There's just simple screws, and stuff. You can open them and you can change it if you want to. So yeah, real leaf spring. This is the frame. Again, plastic frame. You can change it to a metal frame if you want to. This is a crossbar for rigidity. Here we have the battery box. So it's like the real thing, you know, the battery box and everything. It looks exactly like what the real thing looks like, except it doesn't have a simulation of a fuel tank. I'm not sure if it's actually in the back or maybe at the side, but it doesn't have it like clearly. It really does look like if someone converted a petrol Suzuki Carry. You know, these things are K trucks. They have very small engines, 660 cc's, 900 cc's, and it looks like somebody actually changed it into a fully electric pickup, you know, small pickup truck. And this is what it looks like. And here we have the back here. This is the spare tire. And what's good about this thing, what's really cool about this thing, if you twist it here, okay, hear it click, it is where you put the battery. Now, it comes with a lithium-ion battery, sorry, and it comes with a charger. I'll show that later. And you can charge it using a USB. It is a USB charger. You can just charge it like normal, and it has lights to show you if it's fully charged or if it's charging. So it's a pretty good charging system. It's safe. It's, you know, as safe as it can be, and it's nicely given to you. Everything is given to you. So this is what the underside looks like. You can see here, you know, this is where the interior bits. You can take everything off. You know, these are all screws. You can take everything off. You can take the whole body off if you want to do some crazy mods with it. So this is what, you know, a general, you know, overview what it looks like. Moving on to the things that they give you. Okay, so they give you in this plastic bag here that says WPL. It's very nice, and you get a screwdriver, and that extra screw is from the controller. The controller has a screw at where the removable door is, where you put the battery. So I took it out so that it's easier for me to put the batteries. This is the USB charger. Okay, there's a light here, and this is the where you know, to choke the battery. These are, I believe, these are parts for the drive shaft and something. Okay, it's an extra part for something. I'm not really sure. I'm not an expert. Like I said, I'm not an expert. And these are the stickers that they give you. So this is the WPL sticker. It's just WPL stickers in different sizes. You can paste it anywhere you want in the truck. And this is the basic set of stickers that you get. So you get this, I think this is like a Chinese road tax thing, like a Chinese road tax insurance thing. You get a plate number thing, you get some Chinese writing, I'm not sure what it says, and you get some letters, A, B, C, D, E, F, G only. And you get numbers, you get random numbers, you get 2 6s, 2 8s, or 3 8s apparently. So these are just numbers that you can put as the number plate number, but I'm not going to put that. I'm going to tell you why later. So yeah, yes, this thing does have stickers. I've already put a few, as you can see here, I've already put a few stickers, and I'm going to show you where those stickers are. So the first sticker is here. Okay, this is supposed to be like the turn signal of the real thing. This is where it is. So it's just a nice sticker over on top of a plastic piece. And the next two ones are here, okay, at the front. These turn signals, these are also stickers. And behind them, it's all clear plastic. Now the idea is, I'm not really a fan of stickers because I'm just not good at putting stickers. But the idea of this thing is it's not a bad thing that it has stickers. The idea of it is that these things, okay, where if you don't put the stickers, it's clear plastic. Okay, it's clear plastic. This is clear plastic. This is clear plastic, and then at the back here also. Okay, this is also clear plastic here behind this sticker. The idea is that you can make it into real lights. Okay, you can turn it into real lights. You can wire them up. You can put bulbs here, bulbs here, bulbs here, and stuff at the back, so that, you know, everything can light up. In the base car, in the base toy itself, these two lights light up, and they light up really nice. They're yellow lights, so they look really like an old car. But yeah, that's the idea, is that you can make everything light up. Okay, it's customizable. Everything is customizable. Which let's move on to the interior to show more. Even though it is sort of like a basic RC car, it does come with a really nice interior. So let's get into it. I'm just going to pick this up very well. So yeah, this is the interior. Okay, so it looks like the original truck's interior. It has a nice steering wheel, gauges, and not everything is painted though. So there's like a radio looking thing, something that looks like an AC vent. Very dinky looking gear shift. I wish it was a bit bigger. Center console, and of course some chairs. Okay, it doesn't have headrest like the real thing. It doesn't have headrest. Okay, so this is what it looks like. It's a very basic interior. You can look into it. It's like, that's where the wheel arc is, and it's basic. Then there are no door panels. I think the reason is because you can put wiring, you know, across the door panel. But I wish it had door panels. And yeah, it's a very basic interior. It's a very small interior. So here, okay, here we have the mirrors, which also came in that plastic bag. So you have to put the mirror assembly and the plastic mirror, cermin thing itself. So you put this, you connect it here. Okay, there's pegs here, and then these things also came, okay, from the box. Okay, the plastic thing. Okay, it clips right in, and this back guard thing also came from the plastic bag. Yeah. So all of those came in that bag just now, and that's basically all the things that you have to put in. Oh yes, I forgot about this. This is why I don't like stickers. Okay, this battery box, okay, it's supposed to have a battery looking picture, a WPL branded battery. So the sticker had some issues with it. I'm not sure if it was just mine, but it was really hard to take it off, and then I accidentally tore it. So yeah, it doesn't have the battery sticker now. So I'm just going to leave it like this. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it later on, but yeah, it's supposed to have a sticker here. So yeah, that's a loss for me, but it's okay. It's not a very big loss. So yes. Before I show you controls, here is the instruction. So it shows the basic things, all of these things, that says that if you do this, you'll die, or if you do this, the truck will explode, and all of that stuff. Okay, package contains all of the things that they, mention, what it has now, as seen. Okay, and sticker position, function. Okay, this is the control. I'll show that later. So this is how the control works. Okay. And all of the service and maintenance. So if you get it dirty, you need to clean it and stuff like that. Things to note. You can pause this video if you want to. And troubleshooting. So it shows what if the car does something, it may have something to do with this, or it even tells that through the lights. So that's very good. And basic parameters. Okay, so like I said, lithium ion battery. So it takes about 2 hours to charge, and you can play it for around, I know some people say 15 to 20, some people say half an hour. Personally, I am not going to play it like full half an hour, because I'm really just interested in the aesthetics of the truck. So again, I mentioned that at the end of the video. So yes, 2 hours to charge. So you need to make sure you check it. Don't overcharge these batteries, because I have heard that these things are quite flammable, explosive or something like that. But whatever, if you're an expert on this, you should know. But if you're a new person, okay, like a newbies, okay, like me, take care of the battery, okay? So take care of the battery. So yes, like I said, the battery is under the spare tire, so you can just take it out, you can pull it out, and you can charge it. Alright, so that's the instructions. Now moving on to the controller itself. Now the controller is here, okay? This is the controller. It's it has this plastic coating on it, which it's okay, it's nice. So this is the instructions, okay? So the instructions is very simple, okay, on the controller. So you have S rate and T rate. Okay, so S rate is steering rate. You can change it to have quick steering or slightly slower steering. And T rate, I think T is torque, or whatever lah, power. So power rating, same thing. You can change the power rating. You can make it a bit more responsive or slightly slower for like crawling and stuff like that. And there's the on-off switch. And on top here is the alignment switch. So if you want the thing, for whatever reason you want it to just turn left, you can do that. Or if the thing goes out of alignment, you can like center it back with this thing. So yes, this is a controller. It takes 2 AA batteries. This is the steering right here. And yes, one thing to mention, this thing has variable steering and variable acceleration, meaning that when you turn the controller slowly, it will follow it slowly. It's not like cheaper control cars where you turn left a bit, it'll immediately turn left. So it's very nice. It has variable steering, so you can get really good off-road action or maneuvering action with this thing. So I'm going to turn it on right now. Okay, now the thing is switched on. Okay, so there's a switch under here. So when you turn it on, and if you don't turn the controller on, it will flash its light like this. So it's telling you that you should turn on the controller. So if you turn it on, okay, the lights become permanently on. You can see here very, very, very nice, yellow lights. Looks fantastic. It really does look fantastic. Okay, so I'm going to show you. I'm not going to drive it here on the table. I'm going to show you the steering. So yes, look, you can see I'm turning it very slowly. Okay, I'm turning it very slowly, and it responds to me very slowly. So I think this is now the fast steering. Okay, so it's very fast. So if I press the steering rate button here, it's a click button. So it's a bit slower. You don't really you need to see like in front of, face to face to really notice. And okay, I'm going to just tap it a bit. Okay, alright. Okay, so yeah, it moves, it goes forwards and back, it goes to left and right. Yeah, it does everything, and it's a very nice engine. Okay, I don't know, maybe mine is a bit choppy. My engine is a bit choppy. Maybe because, everything is plastic, so, the plastics are rubbing against each other. but it's smooth. It's not like, you know, it's not terrible or anything. Yeah, there you can see the prop shaft is spinning, and it goes back. It goes back. Okay, and this is a very powerful engine. So if you like, if you press and accelerate and suddenly reverse, it will, you know, make the tires spin and everything. I'm not going to do that in the test driving portion of the video. I'm not going to do that because this is brand new and I like mine to be in, you know, I'm not very rough with mine because I'm not, you know, I'm not a super RC kind of guy, which brings me to why I bought it and a few things that I don't like about this thing and a general overview of what I like. Okay, the thing that's not so good about this thing is, and it's the only main thing really, is that I wish that this part here, okay, I wish that this part here was like a complete box so that, you know, it's like a real, like the real thing. Right now it's just, you know, it ends at the cab's wall. So I wish that it was a complete thing so it looks a bit more realistic. And I mean, there's not really much else to complain, but maybe the interior could be a bit more, slightly more detailed. But, you know, you need to understand that, you know, this is a remote control car. This thing is, you know, supposed to be like completely modified. So it's best to keep it as simple as possible. I mean, it's a remote control car. It's not a model car. So yeah, that's the only bad thing, you know, not so good thing about it. I wish that it had something here. But overall, this thing is a good model thing. A good, you know, model of a Suzuki Carry. This is a great model. Now, the reason why I bought this, it's not really because I wanted to dwell into, you know, the RC life and stuff like that. I just want it because it just looks cool, and I think most car enthusiasts would agree that this is something that is not very common. You don't really see a Suzuki Carry model, you know, even if you do see ones, those are really expensive, like, you know, scale model detail ones that are super expensive. This is, you know, it's not that expensive. 135 is not super expensive for what it is. And, you know, it's nicely detailed, and, you know, it can move, you know, it's an RC car. It's a great deal, and it's from what I've seen in videos, it's quite sturdy, you know, like I showed here before, you know, it's got nice suspension and everything, you know, and, you know, it can carry stuff. It's quite, you know, it's quite strong. The stock Eternals are nice and strong, and you can upgrade them if you want to. But, you know, I've seen people like, you know, like driving these things with the stock Eternals going insane, like going on top of mud, rocks and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to do that, of course, because, you know, I want it to be, you know, quite clean, and I'm just going to play it in you know, on my drive-through. So yeah, it's a good model. So if you really want something like this, and this thing is not rare. It's not like a limited production. They're still making them, and you can find them fairly easy, you know, in Shopee and stuff like that. So yeah, this is, you know, like an overview of this thing. So now I'm going to talk about the community. Now the community, like all communities, all car communities, toy car communities, the RC community is very huge in Malaysia. So there are tons of groups about the product, you know, about WPL. There's even a specific group just for this, which I have joined because, you know, I want to know more about this thing. So there's a specific group for this thing, the D12, you know, group D12. I'll link everything in the description below. So it's good to join these communities because you get to know what's about this thing, and you get access and more information on mods. There are a lot of mods with this. This is one of the reasons why I liked it, why I bought it. You know, there's a ton, and there's a huge modding community of these people. Now, the real Suzuki Carry, like a few years ago, it's been famous because people have been putting body kits, like full-on body kits, and making them into drift trucks and stuff like that. So there are people who make those plastic body kits so you can put them on the truck, and you can make it into a drift truck. So you can change the wheels, you can lower it, you can put a lot of stuff, you can make it even more powerful, you can make it like a full-on drift truck. So that's what I'm planning to do. Not that exactly, but I have gotten into the community to purchase a few things, which I'll talk about at the end of the video. So yeah, it's a big community, big RC community, and WPL themselves is a very good company. I emailed them yesterday asking if, you know, parts availability, just like a random email, like, if you do you have spare parts if this thing breaks, which I'm sure it won't. I mean, especially me, since I'm not going to go insane with it. But I asked them, do you have this and do you have that? And he said, yeah, we do, and we ship them to Malaysia and everything. So it's a really good company. It's a good product. All of their stuff is good, okay? Except that this thing is a bit bigger than from what I've seen in videos. This particular one does not scale well with their other products, but it's okay. One good thing is, great news about that. So if you are into this, if you really want to buy something like this, but it's too big because this thing is actually very big. they just released a small one, a 1/16 scale maybe of the exact same thing. It's a bit more expensive for some reason. Okay, it's a bit more expensive, but it's smaller. It's about like this size, I think. It's about this size, so it's a perfect scale, and it's also an RC car. So if you want a smaller one, you can get that. That just came out today, not today, like a few days ago. So yes, so let's now go to the test drive portion of this video. Alright, now in conclusion, okay, this is a perfect, okay, this is a perfect toy, okay, if you're enthusiast and if you like a bit of RC driving, and you like K trucks, you like, weird things that not a lot of mainstream people make, especially K truck things, it is a really good purchase. It's 130 plus ringgit. It's perfect. Okay, maybe it's a bit too big if like I said, you can get the smaller one, but it's a perfect thing for any type of person who just loves cars. I mean, this thing itself, even like maybe like a few years down the line, if all the remote control parts break, I'd still keep it because just how it looks like. Now, like I said, the community is big. You can do a lot of things to it, but you do have to be wary that most of the mods and things that are related to this, they cost money. Of course, they cost money. So, expect to spend a bit more money when you're really into the community, and if you want to make it personally yours, like mod it and do whatever you want with it, you're going to have to cough up a bit more money than the standard price. So there's a community, there's a big community. It's a good product. It's a, they have good service. This thing itself, it's a great thing. And if you really want to buy it, it's readily available. It's not something super rare. It's readily available online. You can go to WPL shop or whatever vendors are available on Shopee, and maybe you can get a good deal. Now, what I'm going to do with mine, now, I have purchased 2 sets of stickers. One is a badge, okay, a Suzuki badge, okay, one here and one here. Okay, this is a real Suzuki badge. It's like a real 3D looking badge, so it's going to like stick here, the Carry logo and the Suzuki badge. So I'm going to make it like a full-on Suzuki, like a real full-on Suzuki vehicle. And I've purchased a few more Malaysian related stuff. So I purchased a sticker that has the nama syarikat and the alamat and everything. Berat tanpa muatan, berat dengan muatan. Okay, the weight stickers that we have for our commercial vehicles, the 80-90 speed limit that we have on our commercial vehicles, and a Suzuki sticker at the back, a sunshade here. So I purchased a lot of things, things that are related to Malaysian, because this thing was sold in Malaysia, and while it wasn't a huge hit, you do still fairly see them sometimes, either in this form or the van version. Okay, they made a van version of this. So I also bought a number plate, a Malaysian number plate. So I'm going to put it here, okay, here, and of course at the back. So that is what I'm going to do with it. And maybe I'm going to switch the axle to the leaf spring so that it goes on top of the axle, because I think I need a bit more clearance at the back, because if I put a few things, it does drop down and it does rub on the wheels. So I might change it. It's a very easy thing to do. Even I can do it. So yeah, that's what I'm going to do with mine. I may make an update video when I've put all the stickers. I may make an update video, and maybe things that I buy, what other accessories that I buy, I might make an update about that, and we will get to see what it looks like. Or if I don't make a video, you can check it on the blog, which will be linked below. And yeah, I think that's all about it. So if you're really into this, you can get this and and join the fun of owning a Suzuki RC car. So that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I was test driving just now, and I'm cleaning it right now. And like I said, I was talking about the badges and everything for what I'm going to do. And this just arrived just now. It just arrived. So yeah, this is an extra video, I guess. So yeah, these are the badges here. So I'm going to put them right now. And there we go. Yep, these are the badges that I bought. So these are real Suzuki badges. So Carry there, Suzuki in the middle, and logo here. So now it's just waiting. I'm just waiting for a few more stickers. I'm like I said, I don't like putting stickers, but these are worth putting. I mean, look at this. So yep, look at this. So stay tuned to the next video.